Derby County have been linked to Chelsea midfielder Alex Matos. Now, Alex Matos is 20 years old and played for Oxford United last year in the Championship. And he looks set for another season in the second tier. Now, at just 20 years old, he's made 2 appearances for England's under-20s. He's valued at around €1 million, and his contract doesn't expire until 2026, which is in just over a year's time. Now, if we do look at his performances last season for Oxford, it was 21 games across the course of all competitions, picking up 5 yellow cards, playing less than 1,000 minutes, which obviously doesn't fill you with much confidence when no goals or assists were formed by the Oxford United man. Now, he can play across the course of a range of different positions, and last season he certainly did that across the course of his time at Chelsea and Oxford United, playing in centre-back, holding midfield as that number 8, the number 10, and also as a shadow striker. But is that something which he is going to be able to do at Derby County? That's something which we're going to have to wait and see. Now, if you have not done so already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. Check out NordVPN, kit bag, and CD keys down in the description for all your VPNs, gaming needs, and sporting goods. It's all linked down below. But shall we take a deeper look into Alex Matos? Join me live from 6 p.m. daily so that we can talk all the latest Derby County news. We are also going to be getting involved in sort of the gaming aspect as well, with games like NBA 2K26 about to drop, the brand new FC. We're going to be looking at games like Football Manager as well, but you can let me know some suggestions down in the comments. We will be live from today and in the future from 6 p.m. each day for at minimum an hour to see how this all transpires. I've really enjoyed the live streams we've done recently, so thank you all for coming along. Let me know your thoughts on the more consistent live streams down in the comments, but let's get back to the video. Now, Alex Matos is a very, very versatile midfielder, in my opinion. Can play all the way through the middle, can play on the right, can play on the left, can play as a number 9, can play at right back, and can even play at centre back, although I wouldn't necessarily put him in those positions myself. He has the versatility to do pretty much anything on a football pitch apart from play in goal. Now, what is going to be very, very interesting, if this move is even legit, because I'm not 100% sure on the person who has linked it. I can't find any sort of legitimate articles discussing this, obviously, at the moment as of recording this. So there's a lot of work still to do for that of Derby County if they do want to get this deal over the line. Now, across the course of his career, including under-18s Premier League and FA Youth Cup and things like that, he's made 122 appearances, scoring 10 goals, collecting 9 assists, with 32 yellow cards and 1 red, with 7,858 minutes. Now, for me, the most important seasons to look at is that of his loan spell at Championship Huddersfield and his loan spell at Championship Oxford United. Now, Oxford, he played 21 times with 5 yellow cards, didn't score a goal and didn't collect a single assist. Now, in terms of that of Huddersfield Town, he played 20 times, scoring once, collecting 7 yellow cards, playing just over 1,350 minutes. Now, I think it's very, very interesting to look at those 2 spells and also go back to the start of his career with Norwich City, where he never went on to make a senior appearance before moving on to Chelsea, where he has made a first-team appearance in the EFL Cup. He's also made a Premier League appearance, which obviously is quite surprising for a player who, in my opinion, doesn't look that great in terms of what he offers on the pitch. Now, I'm not going to turn around and say I know a lot about Alex Matos, but what I am going to say is that I think it's a move which Derby County don't need to make. Now, there is no injury history listed on that of transfer market, which is obviously a little bit disappointing, because there's no way a player has gone through that much football and not played and not had a single injury yet. But that's something which we're going to have to wait and see. Now, he stands at 1.75 metres tall, and there is an opportunity here that Derby County could get a deal done for Matos. Like, there is that opportunity, and then at the end of the season, sign him on a free transfer. Now, do I believe that Derby County will get this deal done? In my personal opinion, I feel like Derby County are putting feelers out at the moment for midfielders. There's obviously the link to Isaac Hayden. There's the link to There's another link there somewhere. Lewis Travis, that's the other one. And there's a lot of talking points, in my opinion, for a player like Matos to potentially join up with Derby County, a potential for him to sort of be a backup option in case Derby County can't get Travis over the line, or Isaac Hayden or something like that, who's got a little bit more experience and a little bit more quality at the level. But what is going to happen for me? In my opinion, I think there's a lot of different work that can be done across the course of the next few weeks. I just don't know if Matos is the one that Derby County need to get done. Personally, I think that there's a lot of sort of opportunity there in the transfer market for Derby. I just don't think Matos is that opportunity that Derby County should take, and I'm sure plenty of you will agree with me as well. I just personally believe that Derby County should be looking at better, more experienced midfielders to bring into the club, especially when you look at some of the midfielders already in the building. Obviously, David Ozo, young, inexperienced. You've got Kenza Halbmine, obviously only played one season in the Championship. Liam Thompson, young, but does have experience. So for me, I think there's a lot of sort of additions that can be made in that midfield area. Now, should we pick up Alex Matos? Is it a signing that we should do? Maybe if we're dying for a midfielder come the transfer deadline, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But right about now, I don't think it's a move that Derby County need to make. I think it's one that is only going to cause further problems, if I'm completely honest, and that's obviously something which can be discussed within the club over the course of the next few weeks. I know that many people want to see a return of Harrison Armstrong, and you're not the only one. A lot of people want to see it because Harrison Armstrong was obviously a huge part of what Derby County did last season. He was on the bench yesterday for Everton, which is exactly what I anticipated would happen at the start of this season, given the fact that he went on the pre-season tour, things like that. He did pick up a little bit of an injury, but was obviously a part of that squad yesterday, so he must be okay. I think the important thing is for Everton, he's getting that opportunity to bring in a couple more midfielders, which ultimately at the moment they haven't been able to do. Obviously, they have brought in Jack Grealish, who can obviously play off the left and as the number 10, but they haven't necessarily brought in anybody else who can play in that sort of central midfield role, which is what I think Everton are waiting for in order to sort of allow Harrison Armstrong to go. And if I'm completely honest, I think Harrison Armstrong would be a better move than Alex Matos. I think we know what we're getting with Armstrong. I think he's a very, very top quality player, and I think he's someone who could cause huge problems for opposition defences with his calmness, his composure, and all along those lines. But is it something that Derby County are going to get done this summer? I'm not entirely sure. It could be another one which we end up getting done in January. There's obviously a lot of time still left in this transfer window. I believe it's just over 2 weeks now, until the transfer window closes, which is going to be an absolutely huge moment for Derby County when that window finally slams shut and we can judge the squad that we have in front of us. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it all shakes up come the end of the transfer window and what John Eustace actually has available to him. Because obviously, at the moment, yes, we're missing players with injury, but I think the squad we have now is a lot better than the squad we had at this time last year. And the important thing is going to be about getting everybody fit, getting everybody firing, and getting it all moving along. Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We probably will be live later on today, so if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I do go live. If you haven't, make sure you check back on the channel around 6 p.m. because that's when we will be going live. Hopefully no technical issues this evening, but you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.